Welcome, everyone. Let's just dive right into this explainer and see exactly how Singles Outreach Services is building this incredible community in the capital region this July. If you've been looking for a way to expand your social circle, actually get out of the house, and jump into some genuinely fun activities, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to look closely at their July 2026 newsletter, and wow, it is absolutely packed with opportunities to connect. Here is a quick look at our agenda for today. 1. Welcome to Singles Outreach. 2. July's biggest special events. 3. Weekly sports and games. 4. Support and educational programs. And finally, 5. How to get involved. Starting off with Section 1, Welcome to Singles Outreach, Community and Connection. So are you a single adult craving some actual social connection, a bit of recreation, and just a solid community? If so, you are definitely not alone. It can honestly be really tough to find structured, totally pressure-free environments to just meet people and have a good time. But that is exactly the gap this organization is stepping up to fill. And their mission statement really hits the nail on the head here. Their goal isn't necessarily matchmaking. Actually, it's about giving you a structured, fun, and highly pressure-free environment to meet people of all ages. It's really about sharing activities and fostering genuine friendships. Plus, as a long-standing New York State nonprofit, they have decades of experience curating fantastic event calendars. They were established way back in 1985. So they've spent years perfecting what works, growing this dedicated community room, and organizing volunteer boards to keep the whole shebang running smoothly. Moving right along to Section 2, July's biggest special events, highlights of the month. Okay, so the biggest highlight for sure is their massive indoor and outdoor 4th of July picnic. It kicks off right at noon on Saturday, July 4th at their community room and grounds. And honestly, what's a picnic without some great entertainment? At around 2 p.m., they are bringing in a live concert from a total crowd favorite, Al Lawrence, to keep the energy high. Plus, there'll be raffle tickets run by Scott. Now, the really clever part here is their pricing for the picnic. It's basically a share-a-dish event. The organization supplies the heavy hitters, hamburgers, hot dogs, condiments, and water right off the grill. But you can actually save $5 by RSVPing before Thursday, July 1st. If you hit that deadline, it's only $10 if you bring a side dish or dessert that serves about 8 to 10 people. Or it's $20 if you just want to show up and eat without having to cook a thing. Just keep in mind, if you miss the early deadline, those prices do bump up to $15 and $25. Oh, and they just ask that you tell them what you're bringing ahead of time so they don't end up with 20 bowls of potato salad. Beyond the holiday weekend, the rest of the month is peppered with all these special outings that just create a really great rhythm. Whether you want to stay in or get out of town, they have totally got you covered. For a cozy night in, Dave F. is hosting a TV game night on July 10th. Then on the 24th, there's Annie's movie night featuring the film The Green Book. If you're itching for a little excursion, there's an awesome day trip on July 25th to Animal Land in Brodelben, capped off perfectly by grabbing a bite at House of Pizza. Oh, and throughout the month, they've set up 4 different dining adventures to local spots like Blue Ribbon Diner, La Fiesta Restaurant, 76 Diner, and Metro 7 Diner. Let's pivot to Section 3, Weekly Sports and Games, Routine and Recreation. Looking at this incredibly robust weekly schedule, there is literally something for everyone, every single week. If you're one of those outdoorsy morning people, Wednesdays offer hiking, biking, and walking at 9:30 a.m., or you can hit the links for 9 a.m. golf on Fridays. More of a night owl? Wednesday nights feature bowling in Schenectady for just $6. Thursdays and Fridays at noon are fully dedicated to tabletop games like Mahjong and Pinnacle. And on the weekends? You've got Saturday game nights at 7 p.m. featuring dominoes, Scrabble, and Rummikub, plus Sunday morning outdoor tennis. It's just a fantastic lineup. Now, you might be looking at games like Mahjong or Pinochle and thinking to yourself, I have literally no idea how to play those. Well, don't worry, you absolutely don't need to be an expert to join in. The newsletter heavily emphasizes that beginners are more than welcome, and they will happily teach you how to play. It's an incredibly low-stakes, welcoming way to learn a new skill while socializing, and it's usually for a tiny fee of just around $4 to $6. All right, on to Section 4, Support and Educational Programs, Seminars and Groups. So from weekly emotional support to highly practical life planning, the organization provides some genuinely incredible resources. Every Monday evening at 6:30, Dave F. facilitates a peer support group to discuss any issues and concerns. Then on Tuesdays, they hold this real-world discussion group covering some really fascinating rotating topics, things like scruples, what's new in the news, and sportsmanship, which is always followed by some laid-back conversation over at Blessings Tavern.
On top of all that, they're hosting two very important life planning workshops led by Jerry D. One covering wills and trusts on July 8th, and another on settling an estate on July 22nd.
They even bring in fascinating guest speakers to broaden their members' horizons. For instance, on Sunday, July 19th, right after their Share a Dish dinner, Scott Stiles is doing a presentation. He'll be sharing his own observations on life, geography, and culture from the 5 years he spent teaching, living, and studying in Shanghai, China, between 2008 and 2013. Sounds super interesting, right? Finally, we arrive at Section 5, How to Get Involved, Join the Community. So, what does all this cost? For just a $30 annual fee, you get a membership that opens the door to this massive volume of activities. That small yearly contribution does so much. It helps support their overarching mission, helps keep the lights on in their community room, and honestly, it just supercharges your social life. As a member, you'll also get a monthly calendar sent directly to your email or physical mailbox, along with weekly email updates so you never miss any last-minute changes. And where does all this magic actually happen? Their home base, the community room, is super conveniently located in the Hanover Square building, right at 435 New Carner Road in Albany, New York. If you are driving over there, just look for the Hill Street entrance on the middle right side of the building. Their door is right there on the ground floor in the lobby. You really can't miss it. Getting on the list for any of the events we just talked about is as simple as following 3 quick steps. First, just call their office at 518-452-6883 or shoot them an email. Second, make sure to clearly state your name, the specific event you want to attend, and your phone number. And third, this one is absolutely crucial, pay attention to the noon deadline for those dining adventures. You literally must call by noon the day before a restaurant event, just so they have enough time to actually secure your seat with the venue. With such a diverse, welcoming menu of events this July, from the massive 4th of July picnic to weekly bowling, deep discussions, and educational seminars, Singles Outreach Services has clearly built something really special here. So the only question left for you is, with dozens of activities this month, which one will be your first step toward finding your new community?